What's going on, YouTube? Got a quick video for you and I'm going to go right into it. This video is entitled, Am I Good Enough? This is probably one of the most important questions that you can ask yourself in a lifetime. But it depends on who answers that question for you. That would depend on how it would dictate your life, how you would move in life. Meaning, you may ask yourself that question. Am I good enough to do this? Fill in the blank. And based on what you think about yourself, because here's the thing. I was having a conversation with my mastermind buddy, and he was saying, man, you did this video, and man, this video was great. But if you ask me about doing videos, to me, I'm just like, hey, I'm just a plain guy that's talking to the camera, to me, right? But I don't think I'm anything extraordinary, anything like that, right? I'm just a regular person just talking about the things that I like talking about on the camera. But if I would ask myself, am I good enough, meaning like, and I started second guessing that, and I was like, oh my gosh, people are going to think I'm crazy, I don't have the right outfit on, or, I stutter, or, I say strange words sometimes, If I start pondering on those questions, I probably would have never picked up the camera. And there are some things right now that you may be struggling with, that you want to do, that you want to pull the trigger on and just do it, but you're too afraid and you're asking yourself, am I good enough? But here's a question I have for you. We're all human beings. When we're born in this world, we're born in this world with nothing. We're all saying Google, gaga, blah, 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 whatever. Then later on we find out that maybe we may have some certain talents, like some may be artists, some may be speakers, some may be, they can grasp math or knowledge at a much faster rate. We all have different things that we can do, right? But at the same time, how can one person be successful and you're not? You see, that's the question right there. Meaning, like for instance, guys like Dave Ramsey, for example, a guy who I look up to, who was once bankrupt, almost thinking about suicide, came out of that situation, and now he's a very wealthy man. But how did he get to that point? Was it mental? Because he could have easily gave up after he lost all of his homes, and his wife and him were talking about getting a divorce and all these other things. He could have easily said, maybe I'm not cut out for this. But something told him to keep going, and look where he is today. I get many messages from people saying, I want to do this, I want to do this, but I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to go yet. And my question is to you, what are you comparing yourself to? You're always ready to go. People only judge you for where you are. But if you keep going and keep moving, all of a sudden you get more knowledgeable. When you get more knowledgeable, you get more better. And it just keeps going on from there. So even when I was watching the Whitney Houston funeral, and I know you guys have mixed feelings about that, but one part where Kevin Costner was like, this chick didn't think she was good enough to be in those roles. She always kept asking herself, was she good enough? We all know back in the days this chick had a great voice. But even an actor, some actors can't even watch their own films after they're done because they can't stand to see themselves act. They don't want to see themselves because they don't think they're good enough. You know why? They're probably thinking, why are people going to spend millions of dollars on me? I'm just a plain guy that's acting out in a role, or a woman, or whatever. So that's the question. So I'm going to ask you the question. Do you think you're good enough to do blank? And if so, have you started? Or why haven't you started? That's the question today. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this to you guys to ponder on, comment. Thank you guys for watching the channel. Thank you for the support. I'm just a guy that's constantly growing. always trying to challenge himself. And I might not be perfect. I know I'm not perfect. Might not be. I know I'm not perfect and never will be. But I'm just a guy that's giving his best at the current moment. So with that said, guys, thank you guys for watching the channel. And until next time, signing off.